Hey good people, hola mi gente, MsMalcolmHughes here. Welcome back. Today I'm coming because I want to have a discussion. I want Thursdays to become short story discussion days over here on the channel. And today I really want to discuss The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. Let's get into it. So for those of you not familiar, the short story is The Lottery is kind of an iconic short story at this point. Most of us read it in school, but I'll start by telling you what it's about, some highs, some lows, and just my overall takeaway on the story. Again, these are not full book reviews, but do want to just come and have a discussion as the title indicates. So The Lottery is a story that takes place in a small town. It's kind of a thriller in my eyes because you're on edge. It's suspenseful the entire time. You're really trying to figure out what is happening. What is this lottery? But we have these town folk gathering for this annual lottery that they have, and we know that it is for the purpose of ensuring that they have a good harvest and to just keep the town in good standing with God, the universe, all of that. And so that is the story, right, of like the lottery, what will happen, what is this lottery, trying to figure it out. What's deeper than that though is we really are grappling with history, tradition, and change. And so in the lottery, like I said, we have all these town folk. Each one is going to grab these pieces of paper to see who will be the winner of the lottery. I love the fact that it starts on this like bright and clear day. And it's sunny, and it's such a juxtaposition to what is actually happening. So when we first start out with the lottery, we're like, maybe this is a good thing, right? It's a clear day, it's beautiful. But as the story progresses, we realize that like the lottery is something negative because folks don't actually want to win, and we start to feel that suspense. But while folks are also going up and grabbing these pieces of paper to determine who will win the lottery, there are also different discussions that are going on with people speaking, and it becomes a question of, this has always happened. Do we want to continue doing it this way? And you also have people saying, well, over there, they no longer do it that way. Other towns have stopped doing the lottery. Some folks have said it's archaic. And then you have other town members who are like, no, we've always done it this way. What about history? What about tradition? And then we also have just an analysis of humans, because there's that aspect of pride, like go up there, yeah, do it, grab the piece of paper. But then as we begin to narrow in, and I don't want to give all of it away, but as we begin to narrow in more and more, there becomes this conversation of, this isn't fair. It wasn't fair. Like, as you all saw, I didn't have, or they didn't have, and it just becomes chaotic in that sense. Well, it's like, well, be a good sport, but what do we sacrifice, right? And do we hold on to traditions just because they've always been there? Do we have the right to change them? Can we change them? What do we lose? What do we gain by not changing them? And then if you wouldn't want something done to you, is it right to bestow that upon others? So I like the lottery because all of these questions you get to grapple with within a short story. And then setting is very important here as well, right? You can tell so much by the characters based on their dialogue, and you get such a feel for what's happening based on just the weather and that day, and how all of that shapes to the heft of this story. And then the most, I guess, miraculous thing is that when we get to the end and you finally realize what's happening, it really is kind of still a surprise. Like, I remember the first time I read it, I didn't see that coming. And when I used to be a teacher, I've taught this story, and it was just, people don't see it coming, and it's really shocking. And so then you get to analyze that because of the brutalness of it. Is it right? And what does it all mean? And I love the conversation of like, should we hold on traditions because this is what we've always done? When should you question them? When do you get to determine and decide that it's time for something new? And what's the difference between tradition and blind devotion, right? Like how do you balance those things? So for me, The Lottery is a short story that I think everyone should read. I think that it is really a good analysis of like human behaviors and the choices that we make and why. And then if you choose to delve deeper and you do that cultural comparison to like our current society, the number of topics and conversations are honestly just endless. So I absolutely think that it is a short story that we should all read. If you've read The Lottery, please let me know down below. I would love to hear your thoughts and comments. I just think it's such an interesting one and I would love to discuss it with you all. So that is it for me today. As always, I am MsMalcolmHughes, one who believes that books are sometimes better than people. Until the next one, please remember to give time, to be kind to each other, and to have the very best day of your life on purpose. Peace. Odabo. Adios. Ciao.